In your face. Listen to
To get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we will need his PIN code. I don't have it in my files, but we can recover it. We'll need to answer some security questions first.
False prophet infiltrates Metamorphosis.
Are you still there? I hope they can't see me here.
Recently, the children in Metamorphosis have become more brazen and
Headmaster, over here.
If it isn't my favorite journalist from the Morning Bell.
It was a brilliant speech, Headmaster.
Why, thank you, Miss Faith.
Please, call me Maddie.
I hope they can't see me here.
to get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we'll need his...
That's right level up.
This door requires a PIN code.
A PIN code. It might come in handy.
We can't open the door without a PIN code.
Threat level is returning to normal.
This way. We're getting closer to the headmaster's office. This might come in handy.
Why, librarian, you look like you've seen a ghost. I see many ghosts on these walls. Why would you take pictures with monsters? And worse, display them proudly. I have sat for pictures with many important people. Even people I find disagreeable. I suspect you mean me. How could you stand beside this man here? Not a fan of the Generalissimo, are we? I crossed an ocean to escape Franco's brutality, only to find his brand of fascism had been imported to Argentina. Well, I can't speak to that, but I will say I found our meeting quite pleasant. He was an excellent conversationalist, and his taste in wine impeccable.
Quiet tonight.
Did you disappear? You found me a good spot.
No sign of the girl.
I hope they can't see me here.
Sounds good.
I'll hold on to this. Get your hands off me!
I've captured the subject. What do you need with all this stuff? Captive is in confinement.
Looks like the Prizrak just took all of the girl contraband items. No call for panic. If you want to get these items back, You'll need to have the girl pickpocket the offending prisoner once she's out of the cell.
These statues, they're real. Which might be security.
It is difficult to write a story as it unfolds, but to wait until it's finished is to risk butchering the telling of it. I would rather strain the wrists of those taking my dictation than cause even a modicum of butchery. Her death in 1952 was a tragedy, not just for the Argentine shirtless who idolized her, for the anti-Peronists who celebrated her demise. Christ had a similarly divided populace to contend with, and like Eva, succumbed to sacrifice at the age of 33. A personal favorite. For those who would criticize him for his monopolistic tendencies in the early 20th century, I say, shout it from the rooftops, or, barring that, hop online and voice your disdain in a chat forum. He would appreciate the irony. His detractors would call him an opportunist, and they would be right. But Yataro Iwasaki was given nothing less than the modest opportunity to bring an entire nation into the modern age, and he succeeded. The nerve of him.
Listen to the Listen to
The father of Europe was besieged from all sides by pagan tyranny. And then in the year 800, he did a most remarkable thing. He held the hands of secularism and religion and married them together in what would later be called the Renaissance. Plato's keen eyes peered further into the future than any of his Grecian contemporaries. He was, and will remain, the most vocal supporter of the classic Republic and its earliest. While the 20s roared in America, they screamed like a Siberian windstorm in Vladimir's hometown of Simbirsk. Controversial man of the people, he was surely. And the fact that he spent time in political exile makes him that much more admirable, in my estimation.
Face in your face.
The statue didn't illuminate. What happened? The statue's already activated. The new statue lit up. Something's wrong.
A personal favorite. Her death in 1952 was a tragedy. His detractors would call him a personal favorite. While the 20s It is difficult to write a story as it unfolds, but to wait until it's finished is to risk butchering the telling of it. The father of Europe was besieged from all sides. His detractors would call him a Her death in We owe a debt of gratitude to those giants whose shoulders we've stood upon. The earlier they lived, the larger their stature, and so the greater our debt. While the 20s roared in America, they a personal favorite. It is difficult. Her death in 19...
You're a natural at puzzles. It's another pyramid like the one near the headmaster's dining room. It's a taser. Did you go? Headmaster's office. I remember being here as a young girl. At least I think I was. Someone's coming.
Welcome back to Washington. How's the weather in your corner of the world?
What if I tell you, are you going to try to guess my location?
No, I've about given up on that. It's been insufferably hot in D.C.
Then why are we meeting here?
I'm sorry?
Why not do this on the
isn't built yet.
What? I was told construction began a month after the attack.
This is the U.S. government you're talking about. Maybe you've heard of us. Our contractors get paid twice as much to take twice as long.
Unbelievable.
Right this way, sir. Watch your step. Please, sit. Coffee.
I want. whistleblower.
Coffee?
I'm serious.
We can talk about that.
We're going to have to talk about that. If you want to hand the reins to someone who won't let the horse forget who's in charge.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
That's your problem. You've got too many leaders and not enough followers. You should be following me. All of you should.
Okay, let's table that for a second. Say we get you a plant, and this plant blows his whistle in the year, or 2 months, or whenever. They're still not about to dismantle their entire surveillance infrastructure over some bad press.
I'm afraid you're right. This is where I need your help. If you get me on board and in command, then it won't matter how red their faces turn, or if they turn red at all. They won't have to privatize under pressure either. I'll already hold the reins. But we'll give it a name. Carnival. The Arrival. it doesn't matter. And we'll play act our way into the driver's seat.
I can't even imagine.
Leave imagination to me.
Yes.
Everything is fine, sir.
Fine? You were assaulted by a prisoner. You let altered copies of the manifesto reach the
I
children.
have the situation under control.
I'm beginning to think your definition of control is different than mine. They don't respect you because you don't wear the uniform. It's a weakness. It puts you at risk. This is an historic night for us. There can be no room for error.
I understand.
Then you understand why Derringer will lead the Orwellian.
What?
I'm sorry, my dear. We all appreciate the fine work you do with the kids. But you lost sight of what's most important. Protecting me.
So, I can lead the Arrival.
Murray, you speak the language of diplomacy. Derringer speaks the truth. Truth hurts. This isn't a dismissal. Derringer will still need your help when we get reset.
Yes, sir. The mentor is an asset to our cause. I look forward to hearing her ideas going forward.
What's your step?
She's weak.
I hope that's all it is. Where was Murray when the Prizrak attacked him?
The section, outside the library. I'll look into it.
It's hard to know who to trust these days. It seems we're running a loyalty deficit around here. I don't mean you, of course. I know I can trust you. Wait. I never forgot this before. Must be old age.
No chance, sir. You just got a lot on your mind tonight.
Quite so. Come, young man, let's get to the surface.
It's locked. I'm stuck.
You just acquired a fingerprint from that glass. Normally, the overseer wouldn't be so careless as to leave a usable print. But recently, in celebration of Zager's capture, the big man poured himself a stiff drink, and for a moment, let his guard down. Those pristine white gloves came off, and he was one of us for a day.
Gentlemen, I wish to resign. This is grossly inappropriate. You are burning books. I've seen it with my own eyes. The books I procured for you.
Each book has been scanned into our servers and is now part of our digital catalog. You're merely...
Dormmaster faces swift reprimand. Mireille Prideaux found with contraband. Overseer, none of us are above the law.
Librarian, may I come in?
Ah, Headmaster, welcome.
You now have what you need to access the librarian's office. I know the girl is anxious to find him.
Good idea. We can recharge here.
The girl is no doubt anxious to see the librarian. You now have what you need to access the librarian's office. I suggest you return to the library. His office door is located on the second floor.
NPR.
Face in your face.
I'll be taking this. I hope they can't see me.
It's the right thing to do.
The librarian's portrait has been taken down. I hope this is only a symbolic gesture.
He's just up these stairs. Librarian! Librarian! Senor Octavo? Librarian! Oh no!